graders. So today we're going to be learning about habitats and non-habitats. So what I want you to do is I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to imagine your favorite animal. It could be a dolphin, a horse, whatever. And now picture that animal where it lives naturally, somewhere, wherever. Just picture that. Now you can open your eyes. So does anyone want to share what they imagined or what they saw in their mind?
I was thinking of a bear in a cave.
Bear, okay. Anyone else? Yeah.
I thought of a horse and the farm like fences and in the wild.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a habitat. So that's where animals live. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to show you a little video that kind of like shows you a little bit of what a habitat is. Briefly.
So I've got my essay written, and I've been working on it for about a week. So now I'm going to show you how I use Grammarly to...
What? Backyard habitats. Backyards are habitats. Backyards are places behind people's homes. Backyards in the country may be big, and city backyards may be small. Look around. It is fun to spend time in your backyard. What living things do you see in your yard? What non-living things do you see in your yard? After this book, you're going to go on a scavenger hunt of your yard. You're going to record the things that you see.
Okay. So after today's lesson, you should all be able to say, I can identify habitats. Okay. So now I want you to close your eyes again, and I want you to imagine your backyard, a pond, a lake, yeah, any of those. So you close your eyes, and I want you to imagine what do you see? The types of animals you see, any plants you see, any colors. Just lock that in your mind for a little bit. Now you can open your eyes. Does anyone want to share what they saw?
Bunnies?
Did you imagine like a backyard, or what did you imagine?
Yeah, it was.
In your backyard? Yeah.
I imagine my backyard and birds flying around.
Okay, yeah. Does anyone know why a backyard, a pond, or a lake is considered a habitat?
It's because that's where a lot of animals live.
Yeah, and kind of how it's natural to the environment. Good. So now we're going to learn about habitats. So habitats are natural parts of the environment where animals and plants call their homes. So it's important that we learn about habitats because they're important that we can conserve them so animals can continue to live in these habitats naturally, not get disturbed. And the types of things that live in habitats are organisms, so that's stuff that reproduces, grows, that type of stuff. And the animals, they get water, shelter, food, space to just move around, that type of stuff. And animals also have to adapt to their environments, kind of like the Galapagos finches. In the Galapagos Islands, the finches have to kind of adapt to their environments over time. Like with droughts, their beaks will change. So yeah, animals have to adapt. And they also have to migrate, so like hummingbirds. Hummingbirds, they will live in warmer areas, so when it gets winter time, they will go down south to like South America where it's a little bit warmer. So yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what is considered a habitat and what is not considered a habitat. So this is the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean would be considered a natural habitat because it's a huge body of water, salt water, where animals naturally live. You can find animals such as like whales, salmon, tuna, squids, all kinds of different animals. And there's also plants like seaweed, kelp. So yeah, it's a big natural environment. We also have the Arctic tundra. So the Arctic tundra is a huge area that's full of snow. There's not very many trees or plants. And it's actually natural because animals and plants call it their home. You can find like narwhals, polar bears, foxes, Arctic foxes, and the plants there are like called a bearberry. It's like a type of plant that grows there. So yeah. The next is an aquarium. So an aquarium is obviously not a natural habitat because people build these and there can be like artificial plants that go in there. And animals, they can live in there, but it's just not natural to the environment. Aquariums can be small, medium, or large, and not just fish can live in them, reptiles can also live in them. And it doesn't just have some, if they're small, I guess the animals don't have very much room to grow or whatever. So we have the Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest would be considered a natural environment because it's very hot and humid. There's a lot of trees, water, and so you'd find like anacondas, monkeys, all sorts of interesting animals in the rainforest. And you'd find like a banana tree, coffee plants, yeah, and I think rubber trees, which is kind of cool. So yeah. Then we have a mall. So the mall would not be considered a natural habitat because plants and animals don't naturally live inside the mall. The mall is for, I guess, humans to shop and eat food. And then we have Lago Marcino. Lago Marcino is obviously not a natural habitat because plants and animals, again, do not live inside naturally. Lago Marcino is for college students to get educated. So yeah. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do group work. So let me just draw on the board really quick. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have two groups. One group's going to have two and one group's going to have three. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass out 3 different pictures, and for about a minute or so, or a couple minutes, you can discuss in your groups whether you think the picture is a habitat or a non-habitat, and then once you do that, I'll tell you what to do afterwards. So you guys want to just get into 2 groups, so Caitlin will become a Logan, and then you guys can just stay there and pass out your pictures. There you are. Good. So yeah, and then you guys can just discuss them for about a couple minutes, and then yeah. I wonder whether you can just like look up or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So I think that is a habitat. It's just a pond, right?
Yep. Pond and trees.
Yeah, there's fish in there.
That one is also a habitat.
Yeah.
It's got some trees, some hills.
And probably not, because man-made for chickens.
Yes.
You guys ready? Okay, so now I need one person from each group to come up with their pictures and then put it on this T-chart. So if your picture's a habitat, they'll go on the left side, and it's not a habitat, and then on the right side. So, okay. We have 6 pictures. Does someone want to, from either of the groups, want to explain their picture from the habitat side, why they said it's a habitat?
So we had a forest,
Okay.
and we decided that that was a habitat because plants and animals naturally